Yeah, here's the first one. Okay, cool.
Here we go. Cool. So we've not seen Santi play yet, but we've seen Gray play, and Gray is using kind of again a triple legendary Pompeo style deck.
Yeah.
Santi is using a giant poison ice spirit deck.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine the Ice Spirit is there
It's
almost
a pretty
as
good
like
defensive card.
It's actually, I like Ice Spirit as a poor man's Ice Wizard, especially in Elixir Collector decks, because a lot of times you consider that you're playing the Ice Wizard on defense. The Ice Spirit is obviously, you know, best on defense as well. And when you're trying to play a deck that's getting multiple collectors out, having the option of like Ice Spirit and Zap for every cycle means that even if you play like Mini P.E.K.K.A. Valkyrie, Mini P.E.K.K.A., you know, Musketeer or whatever, like 2 4-cost powerful cards, your whole cycle is 11 Elixir.
Yeah,
because of the Ice Spirit and the Zap. Yeah, that's very, very good. Gray, on the other hand, yeah, this Pompeo list that's been going around getting really popular. Let's see how game 1 goes.
All right. Good luck.
Pull the Musketeer down off the bottom because I don't think this deck has Musketeer. A lot of these triple legendary decks sometimes opt to play Musketeer instead of Ice Wizard. They have a similar amount of hit points, right? They're equally...
Nice. That's a big combination of Valkyrie continuing to demonstrate why it's such a strong card. Oh, but still 1 hit.
Yep.
Worth.
I mean, 1 hit is... Oh, that's what I mean. It's a very binary card. If Mini
Yeah.
P.E.K.K.A. doesn't make it, it does no damage. If it does make it, it does a ton of damage.
Yeah.
There is no, like... It's not like Spear Goblins, right? Where sometimes
Yeah.
Spear Goblins get like a few hits in. Sometimes they just get killed right away.
Yeah. That was a good miner on the Elixir Collector. It's almost
Yes.
completely gone. Mini P.E.K.K.A. played in the wrong angle, and
Oh,
that's all the
I
difference.
like
Here it
this.
comes. Here it comes.
Oh, wow. Oh, it does reach. And I think even though that thing will... Oh, wow, I didn't actually get the second shot in. I say,
Yeah.
even though that push got stifled, he only spent 5 Elixir on it, and
Yep.
his opponent spent more in defense,
Yeah.
right?
And now this Ice Wizard is at very, very low health.
Ooh, those
If he
Fire
had
Spirits
played
just ground up. And that's
Oh, no.
2 shots.
Oh, no. Man, I can't help but imagine that Santi's defense against these Mini P.E.K.K.A.s are just a little bit lacking. I mean, we were talking about everybody's so ready for Mini P.E.K.K.A., but
That's true.
in the
I should
case
eat
that
my
you're
words.
not...
It's almost, yeah, you certainly can't overlook it. I think that the defense here is supposed to be the Ice Spirit, but we've been seeing the Ice Spirit used on offense.
Yeah.
Musketeer can also work defensively because it's just the extra shots with the tower, shoot it down before it hits the tower.
And he's going to use it aggressively again.
I like this freeze here, though. If we can get... Oh, the Ice Spirit can't get there. It's, like, caught up. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Look at that last
Oh
chunk
my
it
gosh.
did.
Yeah,
if
you
it
need
had
to
gotten,
stop it before it charges up to that point.
Yeah, there's definitely a flip over time where suddenly it just starts going, like, chunk, 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 chunk,
Yep.
you're dead. If somehow that could have gotten there 2 seconds earlier, didn't get caught up on the body of the Giant, I think that would have gone very differently.
It's one of the big problems with playing Jason's Giant Hog Rider combo is
Yeah.
that the Hog Rider gets caught up behind the Giant too.
Yeah.
You know, and it really hurts.
The Giant is like, it's like 3 tiles wide. It's like a 3x2 tile placement or body or whatever. And so anything that's like a 2x2 or 1x1 gets caught up behind it and keeps, you know, has a hard time getting around. At this point, I think Gray might have already wrapped this matchup because he only needs maybe a single Princess shot plus a Zap to take it home. It's very close. Oh, wow, look at those Mini P.E.K.K.A.s, though. That low health Mini... Oh, and the Zap came in a little too late. So there's still some chance here.
Nice.
The
Ice
tower
Wizard
attacking.
is so good defensively, but the Ice Wizard actually falls, and the Giant is going to get maybe 3 swings.
Spoke too soon here, even though low health.
He has 25 seconds to do 1.2k. I can imagine a world where the Mini P.E.K.K.A. makes it if Great.
One more. Oh, if he just zapped. Oh, wow, the Valkyrie didn't kill. Oh.
Yeah, it's the Ice Wizard slowing the Valkyrie down. Would have
Okay.
killed it before the second shot, but just a little too slow. You need to zap the
I
Inferno
didn't
Tower.
realize that Valkyrie doesn't one-hit Princess at tournament cap.
Huh. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's an interesting, that is an interesting note to make.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that allowed that second shot to go off and able to bring it down.
Yep. Gray 1-0 over Santi. I think Santi just had a lot of problems, maybe because just a strategical decision, just how you were placing your cards and how you were deciding to use it. I didn't see a concerted effort to get multiple Elixir Collectors down in cycle, and also Ice Spirit being thrown on offense to not that great effect.
Yeah, I think that, just Santi probably wanted to use the Ice Spirit and the Musketeer and the Zap more on defense, kept using them on offense, and then the counter push just like didn't have the key defensive cards. So we're just showing the decks real fast. It is another one of the minor furnace ones against the this giant poison list that we just saw out of Santi. Santi seems very familiar with it. I think can make up for the mistakes of last game and hopefully try to stay in this. If Gray wins, though, that's it for Santi's day. Go home.
Yep.
Oh no, this one. Doop. And here we go.
All right.
So yeah, big play for sure with the mini P.E.K.K.A. out of Santi's deck. I think that seems to be I mean, that's such a key card in these matchups, especially these mini P.E.K.K.A. on mini P.E.K.K.A. matchups. It's whoever uses their mini P.E.K.K.A. better and is able to prevent theirs from getting just like goofed up by the opponent.
Yeah, the important thing to know is that if your mini P.E.K.K.A. is above that 572 health threshold, you will still trade mini P.E.K.K.A.s because it's still 2 swings. So the big thing to do in a mini P.E.K.K.A. duel, well, I say duel, but in trading mini P.E.K.K.A.s is you really want something like maybe an Ice Wizard, because that's going to slow down the swing of the mini P.E.K.K.A. and allow you to get your second hit first. Because even if you have maybe a damaging unit to support your own mini P.E.K.K.A., if it can't put you under 572 health, it helps nothing at all.
Sure.
Because it's still 2 swings to kill the mini P.E.K.K.A.
Those guards are, I mean...
Guards have been really big today, too.
Yeah, guards have just been really coming to meta huge, and I don't know if they were in as much last week, you know?
No, they definitely weren't.
It's crazy, because you know what we haven't seen any of today? Not a single one, or no, I'm sorry, we did see one deck, was a Royal Giant. We saw one Royal Giant. We haven't seen that many Hog Riders, very few number of Hog Riders. But today it's been all like minor Furnace decks, lots of guards everywhere.
Interesting that he just threw the Ice Spirit out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was just a cycle, right?
Yeah.
But you figure if you put it in front of some Fire Spirits, it makes it there first, deals damage, and then both Fire Spirits actually plop in for extra damage. I think this mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to do some work. Oh, psych! There comes the guards last minute.
Guards again. Great card.
Got to get mine leveled up.
Ice
and I like that the guards are going to block for the mini P.E.K.K.A. here, so you got the 2 in front.
Oh! The Ice Spirit's still there.
Oh, it does kill it though. The miner's tanking, so here comes a near full health mini P.E.K.K.A.
I would play
572 a shot.
God, no, Santi.
A second one.
And this is what we're talking about. This mini P.E.K.K.A. defense is really Santi's letting a lot through.
Gray actually has 2 nearly full health towers with 45 seconds to go. I think we might be saying goodbye to Santi sort of soon here.
Yeah, it's quite possible, but
unless I speak too soon, because those we always think the guards aren't good against Zap, but they just got the crap zapped out of them.
Uh-oh. Double Musketeer plus Giant. I don't know. There's not a lot of
and the Musketeer did lock onto the good one, but you're right. That Giant is just doing significant amounts of damage by itself. One more punch.
Uh-oh.
That's zappable. That's poisonable, zappable.
Gray needs to focus. He has 2 towers down very low, and what this means that he needs to play the mind game. He needs to put the fear in Santi's heart that he could take down either of those towers, but I don't know if he has enough time. That Giant is walking awfully close.
Yeah, he wasn't able to distract the Giant. I think he should have put it maybe a little closer there, Gray did, but with only 5 seconds left, not enough time to attack onto the Giant.
Oh no.
Wow, good job. Santi right off the bat had some good exchanges and was able to bring that back into the deck. We can move to game 3 between Gray and Santi.
What exactly threw for Gray? Now I'm trying to think. I mean, he had
allowing that one push was pretty brutal. Not having poison kind of hurt him, because there was a lot of times where poison would have stopped those pushes big time, and we saw a little bit out of it. Oopsies. Here we go, this one.
All right, so Gray has to stay or rather, Gray stays on his Furnace deck.
Right.
Santi swaps to
a Hog Rider variant deck with Hog Freeze built in, so it still has the. He doesn't have Musketeer, but he still has the mini P.E.K.K.A., the Ice Wizard, the Ice Spirit. It looks like Hog Freeze has replaced Musketeer and some of the other ones. So
and he has arrows now, which is interesting.
Right, arrows over Zap. Opted not to play Zap in both decks.
Really interesting choice.
I actually like that. I mean, Zap is one of those cards where it's very good. I don't want to say it's overplayed, because that implies that it's not worth it. It's a really good card. But in this format where you could only copy 4 cards between both decks, Zap isn't like core to a strategy, right? It's not like Elixir Collector where it enables a type of gameplay that you might not otherwise have.
Yeah, it's just a very good card.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got faked out.
Ooh. And that allows, even with the Ice Spirit.
Or double Fire Spirits.
But I think those, and the Zap!
Gonna win.
One hit!
Santi again
it's worth
keeps letting these mini P.E.K.K.A.s walk up and...
Maybe you should play Zap in both decks.
yeah.
All right, Santi, let's see this version. We haven't seen a whole lot of Hog Rider on the field today.
The guards, and a freeze, actually.
They have a really long attack range, which is another underrated part of guards. They have those long spears. They actually reach a little further than some other cards. Oh, and the one guard tagged onto the tower is doing a good amount of damage here.
Nice, and
Gray.
that Valkyrie was just oh, they freeze both. The Musketeer. Ah, well, that's okay. It's not being shot out of the tower. That's gonna be really strong.
But already, even that unanswered Musketeer might just finish this tower off. One more shot.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Gray.
Santi's gonna need to justify the fact that he was saving Elixir for that.
You know, we mentioned even last game, even though Gray lost last game, that Gray's defense is really strong, and late into the game had a significant amount of health on the towers.
Yeah.
Now that Gray's taken an early tower, I think we might see more of that like A+ defense.
Yeah.
And Santi's really under a lot of pressure now. I mean, doesn't have a collector out, getting poisoned right now. They're almost Elixir even, despite the fact that poison is currently taking down the Elixir collector.
Yeah, there was a big Elixir advantage gained.
Ooh, no Fire Spirits blow up.
And I really think that was actually the result of that Hog Rider freeze combo.
Yeah. Another good
We'll
freeze
see
there.
if that's-
Oh, the Ice
Oh,
Spirit does a great
no.
job at basically stopping 2 seconds worth of that attack.
Yeah. And this is why freeze is such a risky card, especially now. The duration is short, and if you do not convert that into some meaningful amount of damage or some Elixir trade, then you're really down on your luck.
These guards might take out this other tower too. Yeah, another thing we've noticed too is a lot of people are being a little greedy with their Ice Spirits. They're playing a little too close to the battle lines, and we're seeing one Elixir Ice Spirits just getting chopped up before. Like, there was one on that last push on defense by Santi that just didn't quite get there. And there's another one. See, but I like playing it far back like that. Even though that freeze went down, for half of that freeze, the Hog wasn't moving because of the Ice Spirit.
Yeah. The Hog
Good
freeze.
game.
Yeah. I think what's really hurting Santi is just the Hog freeze is not as effective as he would like it to be.
Yeah, Gray didn't play any big doofy freeze targets, right? Like,
Yeah.
there was no barbarians, like, in
Yeah.
the lane where the whole thing could get frozen. Most of his things are guards, which are kind of cheap, Musketeer, which stands far enough away that it's hard to freeze, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, 6! It's a good thing it wasn't a crown chest.
Nice. So Gray will move on. Santi is eliminated, and we now have our semifinals.
That is right. We've got Gray